guys, Luther here from Luther's Woodworking. Been a while since I actually did a video, and today we're going to be doing a Steve Good project. It's been a while actually since I did a Steve Good project. I've been working on a lot of other woodworking projects, but today we're going to be doing Santa Claus and sleigh and reindeer. I get Steve Good's newsletters every day, so we look through what he's got coming out, and my wife found this, and we're going to use this for a centerpiece on our table. This is actually a sleigh with you see here, we got the sleigh with actually only one reindeer. When you go to his website, and I'll put a link below, you can download this pattern. You'll need to print out at least 4 pages to do this sleigh and reindeer. Now, if you want to do more than one reindeer, if you want to do all 9 reindeer, you'll have to print out more of these. You'll have to print out 9 of these reindeer, so you can do 9 of them. But just for the video today, we're just going to do 1 reindeer, and we're going to do 1 sleigh. On this printout, you're going to have these 4 pages. It'll tell you all the sizes and thickness of the wood that you're going to use for this sleigh and reindeer. The sleigh itself, it says it's made out of 3/4 thick wood. And then on each side of the sleigh, you're going to put these 1/4-inch pieces, these overlays on each side of the sleigh. So you got a 3/4-inch sleigh, and then you got a 1/4 inch on each side. So you're going to have 1.25 inch thick sleigh. Now, if you want the sleigh wider, you'll have to use a thicker piece other than 3/4 inch for the centerpiece. And I'll talk more about this once we start putting it together. But for today, I glued 2 pieces of 3/4 inch wood together to get 1.5 inches for my sleigh. So by the time I put a 1/4 inch on each side, the 1/4 inch overlay on each side, I'm going to have 2 inches. I'm going to have a 2-inch thick sleigh. So that's how I'm going to go about doing it. You can do it just with 3/4 inch; it'll look just fine. So that's what you need to think about making this. I got all my holes drilled to thread my blade through on all these here parts. You got 1 sleigh. Here's the 2 overlays for the reindeer. The reindeer, it's made out of 3/4 inch, the centerpiece. Then each one of these pieces go on each side of the reindeer, and it's got a little stand on the bottom. So we're going to head right over to the scroll saw and start cutting all these parts out. So we'll head over to the scroll saw and get started on this project. Alright, here at the scroll saw, I'm going to use I think this is a number 5 reverse tooth blade, a flat blade. Now I will say it has been a couple months since I have scroll sawed using the flat blade, so we're going to see how this turns out. Should be okay. This is 1.5 inches thick, so you're going to want to go slow on this here. Let me just poke this hole through here a little bit better. You're going to want to go slow on this piece. We just got a couple inside cuts here to do. And then you're going to want to pop that little piece out of there. You got one more inside cut to do. Adjust my light here just a little bit. When you're cutting something this thick, you just got to take your time. Alright, so we have them two inside cuts taken care of. to see how this turned out. Hopefully it did. Take it out of here. And there is the sleigh. Actually, I think it turned out pretty good. Once we get the side pieces on, we should be okay and get it sanded up. So we'll set that aside. And we're going to change the blade here. Because 1.5 inch thick lumber, that's a lot to cut through. So we're going to put in a new blade here. The rest of this project is 1/4 inch, and you got this one piece of 3/4 inch. So we have one inside cut here on the reindeer, his eye. So we'll get that cut out. Now this is going to be a lot easier. Okay, so we have the reindeer. The eye cut out. push this piece out. I think what I'm going to do is cut that board in half just to loosen it up a little bit. There we go. Cut it again. There we go. Gotta be a little careful getting them pieces off of there. Got that part of the reindeer done. Now we can move on to some other parts. These are the overlays for the reindeer. I just remembered on this piece right here, I went over here, I got to go back in and cut, so you have, I don't know if you can see it, I got to cut that so it has that little front part of the reindeer. There we go. Now we move on to the overlays for the reindeer. got one done. Now, I probably could have cut these two pieces because they are exactly... Oh, no. I thought they were exactly the same, but they're not. So you got to cut these pieces out individually. So it is one right here. Alright, we got that cut out. Now I did happen to notice I do have an inside cut here. I gotta go and drill a hole for that. That's one thing about doing these videos real time. You do make mistakes or miss things, so I'll be back in a second after I get that hole drilled. Alright, we will get this inside cut taken care of. So we got the other overlay done. Now, I didn't really change my blade as far as going from 1.5" thick material to 1/4 inch. I probably should have went down to a number 3 blade. It works good for 1/4 inch, but I got a number 5 here. We're gonna just finish it up with that. Alright, what I'm going to do, this sleigh here, these 2 1/4 inch overlays, they're exactly the same, 2 of them. I'm going to, well, we're just going to cut these out. I was going to redo it and stack cut these 2, but we're just going to cut it out. I'm looking at my time here. We're at about 38 minutes, ain't too bad. We're gonna just cut these out. So there is one. There's one overlay. Like I said, we could have did this stacked cut two of these at once, but I didn't lay them out that way, so we're going to do it this way. We have one more to go here. We're at about 47 minutes. Okay, inside cuts are cut. Get this cut out. are done cutting parts out. Here is the other overlay for the sleigh. What I didn't mention before, in the beginning of my video, I do use blue painter's tape before I put the pattern on. That way you can get the pattern off real easy. Also, we're at about an hour, 55 minutes cutting this out. Some of these projects are not 10-minute projects. They do take time to cut out. That's why I like doing my videos real time, to show you just how long it takes to cut these out and make these projects. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pull all this pattern and tape off, sand things up, and then we'll be back to talk about how things go together and how we're going to finish this project. Alright guys, we are back. Now, I got the sleigh and the reindeer done, but let me just explain to you how I got to that point. What I did is I sanded all the parts. And then I started with the reindeer here. Now, if you look, there are two different leg positions here. It don't really matter which side of the reindeer you put them on. I started out with this one right here, and what I did was just laid it down there, and I put some glue right on here, and I set this reindeer on there. Now, the first, you just want to get it so it's lined up in the back and the top. After you glue it, just put some glue on it and just kind of get it lined up like that, and you can glue your first one on there like this here. And then what I did for this one here is actually put some glue right on this piece right here, and then I set this right on here. Now, what's important about putting this reindeer together is you want to make sure that these two bottoms here are even with each other. Now, you can just eye it up if you want and just glue it and hold it. You just want to make sure that it's kind of even with the other side. What I did was actually took a square, after I put the glue on this here piece like this here, I took a square like this and just kind of made sure that everything was straight and even. And then once I had it where I wanted, I just set this weight on here, and then that'll glue up really nice. Once it was all glued, what I did was I stained it. Now let me just show you the one that I got done here. I got this one here done, and I ended up staining the whole thing because it was all going to be one color. So I glued it first and then stained it. The color of this stain now is gunstock. What I use is, this is a gunstock stain, oil-based gunstock. Thought there was a number on it, but it's not. But anyway, it's a gunstock stain for this color that I got on this here reindeer. You could do it any color you want. You could paint it. Or I like using stain because it shows the wood grain to it. But yeah, that's all stained and done. Now, as far as the sleigh goes, I did the same thing. I laid the one side down. I laid the Santa Claus on there, and then I glued this other side on here, making sure that these bottoms were straight, because you want your sleigh to sit up straight. Now, this red color here is actually a Minwax Barn Red, number 287. Like I say, you can do this any color you want. I decided, I have a lot of this stain right here in my shop. And then the center portion here, I did with a Minwax Golden Oak 2108. So I think it looks pretty nice. And then at the beginning of the video, I said the pattern, when you print this pattern out, the Santa Claus actually shows that it's 3/4 inch thick. It says right here 3/4 inch thick. And remember I said that I glued 2 pieces together to get that thicker Santa Claus. Kind of makes my sleigh a little thicker. You don't have to do that. It is a little more hard to cut this thicker wood on your scroll saw, but you can do it. Otherwise, you can just do it 3/4 of an inch, and then put your 1/4 inch on each side. You're going to end up with 1.25 inch thickness. So that's up to you, any way you want to do it. Now, this is the completed project here, the sleigh and the reindeer from Steve Good. Now, everybody knows that there's 9 reindeer for the Santa Sleigh. So I'm going to end up making 8 more of these reindeer. And I'll probably end up staining them all the same color like this. But one thing you want to remember, when you're doing these, gluing these legs on, like I said, there's 2 different styles of legs. One, this is a straight leg, and the other one's got the front leg going back like this. I think the way I'm going to do it is put the straight legs probably on the first 8 reindeer, so they just show that they're all standing, and then on the front reindeer I'll put this one on the side, so it'll be like this. But you could do it any way you want. You could mix it up every other one. You could put this leg coming up opposite on each one, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to cut some extra of these here style legs, and I'll put these on both sides, so that way it'll show that the reindeer are just standing there waiting to take off. And then the front reindeer, the very front one, which would be Rudolph, will have his leg up like this here. So that is pretty much this video. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell, because I do have more videos coming out. So until the next video, we will see you on the next video.